Okay, so check this out. This funny story. So about like YouTube tips and like golf magazines and stuff. So I got these two students, Peter and Mark, right? And the funniest thing happened one time. I hadn't seen Peter for like 6 months, right? He had done his lessons and then he made some progress and he just his work travel or whatever. It just so I see him again. He actually improved like 2% from when I had saw him before. So he didn't go backwards, which was like awesome. Like I was like, wow, that's great, Peter. You like kept everything we did. You didn't really move the needle too far, but you made a little progress and that's great. And then Mark, right? This guy's a ex-football player, and like NFL player. And it's the craziest thing. I didn't see him for a month. He went like off the rails, like not even close. Like it was like I was like, what the heck? Like not even close. Like it was like he forgot everything. And we had worked together for like 6 months. And it's like, how do you forget everything in 1 month? That's what I said to him. Right. And then I saw his wife that day, same day. And I was like, it's the craziest thing. I was like, Lisa, I was like, he I hadn't seen him for a month and he like gone. And then Peter, I hadn't seen him for 6 months and he's fine. I was like, I don't get it. And he says, well, I'll tell you the difference. Peter goes to you and he only listens to what you tell him to do because he's busy. He doesn't have time for any of the other stuff. He just doesn't want to be bothered, right? While Mark, he looks at everything. He's got Golf Digest coming, like 3 different golf magazines. He's watching all the YouTube. He's watching Golf Channel. He's going to the drive range. He's talking to other people about his swing besides just you. And so that's why he's lost all the time because he's got way too much information. And so like I was saying, it's kind of funny, like, yeah, my students that do the best, they're just like, all right, I hired you to just take care of my golf stuff. I know you want to get me results. I've seen your testimonial page. And then they just come in and they whatever I tell you to go practice, just go do. And then don't worry, I'll get your score there. I promise. Like it's kind of funny because one of my students told me he's like, you made like YouTube tips not as much fun as they used to be. And I was like, yeah, but you weren't making any progress. Yeah. Ex- it just gets confusing. And then I do have some students, and some students are like, can't resist. And I'm like, I don't care. They're like, well, what about this tip? And they'll send me videos and they'll ask me if I think it's a good one or bad one. And I'm totally happy to do that. Like if someone's like, if you see something, you're like, oh man, I wonder if this is good for me or not. Feel free to send it to me. Say, hey coach, what do you think? Is this good for me? I've had students send me videos. The funniest ever was there's one video the student sent me. I was like, not even close. I was like, that guy can't break 80 in a tournament if he tried. Right? I'm telling you, like whoever the influencer was, like saying to do this wasn't even close. Right? Remember, my low score is 64, and this week I shot excuse me, not this week, in the last 2.5 weeks or whatever, I shot 17 under in my last 6 rounds, which is crazy. Right? So whatever I say is kind of important. But a lot of these influencers, they're not always good golfers, and they're promoting tips because they're trying to get likes and money. We all know, right? And so it's funny because like and then I had another guy, this guy Frank, he sent me a video one time, and I watched it, and I was like, wow. I was like, yeah, that's a good video. They're on point with that one, So like I can do that too, but you decide. I mean, some people like to look at some stuff. I don't mind. If anything, I'd say make sure the source is good. Like if Tiger Woods says something, listen to him. If Jordan Spieth says something, not the announcer talking about Tiger or the announcer talking about Jordan, but themselves saying it out of their mouth, that's worth listening to. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that helps you with selecting videos.